why I support my wife, because she was saying the truth, and everybody knows that.
So you are being political. I just asked you about this.
Are you getting what I'm missing?
It's not about his
so
wife.
He will not talk, but the wife, he knows the wife will talk.
So
I know this thing we are doing.
You know what he's trying to say. You know what he's trying to say. The APC
secondly,
people,
like my friend in the PDP said, we have political party and we have personality.
Yeah.
You're going to ask question about the old people's recycling. I can boldly say that Asiwaju, even on a wheelchair,
It will roll the boat of this country.
I'm telling you.
me, I
Even
want
on a wheelchair.
chair.
It's like, Messi, a footballer, Barcelona,
It still delivers.
injured Messi
It still delivers.
in a team. It's better than the.
My question right now is,
So, Asiwaju on a wheelchair,
would deliver?
it will deliver. Although the man is healthy, he's strong.
Very strong. Over to you,
I
man.
have one question for you before we go on. Now, Alpha Beta was checking the finances and the activities of the bank. So, how is Alpha Beta now related to Lagos State? And who is checking the activities and the funding and the expenses of Lagos State? And who is double checking Alpha Beta?
Madam,
Sir.
Alpha Beta is not Alpha Beta Company Limited. It's not checking.
Monitoring.
Monitoring. So who is monitoring Alpha Beta and who is monitoring Lagos State funds? Because Lagos State cabinet has been made up of only APC people. There has not been PDP and LP.
People are getting things wrong. Monies that comes from internally generated revenue. Before we came, they were paying this cash, this, so we stopped. That every money should be paid directly to the bank.
Okay.
Bank man disburse it.
So during those days, there were checks, there were draft and all that. So for a bank to take value, it could take 2 weeks. And value of money today is higher than, so they can use that money to put in a call deposit and all that. So there are a lot of leakages.
Underground jobs
Going on.
So there was a need to employ experts to check those leakages.
Okay.
Electronically.
Which was a good idea.
It was a good idea. So that was why we were able to know that this is how much
We're generating.
And that is different from the people generating. It's different from people who are spending the money. The politicians are spending the money.
And you are generating
We
the
are
money.
generating the money to give to politicians for them to perform
Their duties.
their duties.
And Alpha Beta is monitoring.
And Alpha Beta is monitoring the
Yeah.
situation.
He's monitoring the money.
You, the populace, you people,
And
that you voted this politician in, you are supposed to be checking.
after Alpha Beta is
After Beta is helping us already.
You voted for them. Taxman has taken your tax money. Alpha Beta has established that the monies
please take note of these things.
are in the banks for the politician
To spend.
to spend.
So Alpha Beta
But
is the
you
one helping us to
people,
check.
The voters, you slept off. None of you is aware of the budget in Lagos State, for instance. None of you in your constituency. How much is allocated to certain areas?
Government, local governments.
Local government. You have a function to perform as a citizen. As a citizen of that constituency.
But I do that.
Excuse me.
Not all citizens are well informed.
Not
That's what
all
he's saying.
Are well informed.
Informed.
Yeah.
You can even with a number of signatories, you can call back your representative.
People, you can hear this.
Can you
are
imagine
listening to this live and direct. I think it's high time
That
you
you
know
are not
know
performing.
this.
But how many
People.
of us have gone back to our constituency or gone to Lagos State House of Assembly and demand
for a breakdown.
for a breakdown of the budget per local government, per department?
You can only get this live on.
Talk with Justadetoun. But you remember last year
So,
when
you see, we all have
Pass to play.
our parts to play. We sit down in our comfort zone to blame the government. You are not doing this. What have you done? And that's
You
why
double
I'm
check.
supporting my wife for what she has been doing. She's calling them out. But she has not been able to educate his IG family.
Deeply.
no, because
That-
the thing is, I'm willing to educate
You know,
them. But
so-
the drift is they feel because you are a committed APC member, you've worked with that government before. It's not possible for your wife to be calling out. So they feel. I've seen when bloggers will say she's spying on APC, and I'm like, what am I spying? What are the citizens doing that I'm spying? Don't mind how she's working for. When I met my husband, I don't think we had anything about politics, because even at that time I wasn't really into this activism of a thing. It was just I was doing my charity, working with prostitutes, doing hospitals and working as consultant in hospitals and all of that. Until later, when I started to talk about the government, that was when people started to call it that where your wife, doesn't she know that you are an
Yeah,
APC
APC.
member? So when he comes home, I remember his godfather. But even Baba Ludoyin has spoken to me for that. Tone, this country is on a nosedive. What do you want to do? We've done worse things. We've agitated. We've cried. We've done that. So they will call him and say, Larry, talk to your wife. So there was a day they even had meeting against
slow
me.
down.
To slow down now. Nisuru kilo fair, we will give her whatever. And I'm like, listen. I don't want anything. I want a good
the right
government.
thing.
Me, I am contented with my level. Where I've reached today, I am contented with my level. So I don't need anything. But we citizens fail to understand that we might be husband and wife, and we have different visions and different missions,
That's true.
we see things differently. And that is why a lot of marriages are crumbling today, because it is either the wife is incapacitating the husband, or the husband is incapacitating. I've seen women who will slide by the just I don't know what you're doing, I wish I could do. Where you're going to, I've seen a list celebrity that told me, that came to my house and told me that just I don't make her just carry your handbag anywhere you are going. A celebrity with 5 million plus followers, anywhere you are going, let me be following you. This and that. What you're doing, I want to do it. At the end of the day, my husband no agree. So why would you not want me to be me when I am allowing you to be you? You've never brought APC members to my house and I chased them away. And I told him one day, I said, listen, Larry, let me tell you something. If people push you to, because it got to a point he hit him a lot. They'll say, they won't give you appointment because of what you have. My husband will say at 65, what do I want to do? I respect the fact that he has grown up children, and I don't want to. And at a point, his children were also calling, Daddy, what's this? Who is this woman? Why is she doing like this? Doesn't she know? Some people even tell that, don't you know that you are a professional? A wife or a professional shouldn't be doing this. Even when they see him like try to be with me, encourage me, be on my Instagram page, they'll be like, Larry, we saw you posting your chest, posting this, But I try to respect him that you are doing this, and because I also have family members who are my immediate siblings. This also gets to them. But the point here is, will people just separate me from Larry? Because number one, when Larry was working with the government, I didn't know him. When I met him, I had no idea. The business I met with my husband was Yellowstone Ammonia Gas Company. I said, now the day when we go Ibadan, when somebody come, they praise me, come give me envelope, say, Yawo Ogami. Now I come ask and say, come. What una dey do? Una dey push something, abi una get cabal. Somebody now said, number one tax man. So when we got home, I said, I know you told me you used to work with Lagos State civil service. You were a consultant. You tell me, say you be consultant. I know Bidal, I know all your companies and all of that. But now, do we want to understand that everybody cannot just be the same? Naturally, this is me, and nothing can stop. Let me tell you what I always tell him. I always tell him that Baba Shabi, if they frustrate you, there was a time he threatened that I should never post him, I shouldn't discuss. In fact, to snap picture be problem. And I told him, I said, let me tell you something. Unfortunately for you, my Babokos are still politicians. And if you push me, MC is your brother. MC will not fight me. My Babakos, Baba Iludoyi will not fight me. Name them, 1,000,001 of them. Tinubu, Uncle Fola Tinubu is there. You know, a lot of people that are Shehu is there. I'm too. So there's nothing people want to do for me. How many of you now want fight me? Speaker is there. Bajamila is there. Now my Babako. You know, so how many people? So the point is, I will wine with you people. I will dine with you people. I would love you. I will respect you. But as a mother, I will still say the truth.
But what do you think? What do you think is needed right now in your part of the country?
They don't break this one hand now.
What do you think is needed right now?
No, we say they break my hand. You know,
what is needed now? Because like you say, I don't know who Ibri was, but I know now. But I don't know what you think can actually be done now.
What do you think that Abiodun should? What are you expecting of him?
Because you know
what are you expecting of him?
I feel like now.
Why are you calling him Oyibribri?
That's Oyibribri.
Because a lot of things.
Is that why do you call him Oyibribri?
You see the
something you don't believe. Something you don't believe.
Our movement has done a lot of it in everywhere.
True. LP.
Your movement is just for Obi, not
for
state or any other thing.
We're asking the question. Why do you call him Oyibribri?
It has done a lot for you guys there everywhere.
Ksolo, we need to know why he calls that guy Oyibribri.
Something you don't believe you can do. Then they turn it to you. Go and do this.
Oyibribri.
Then it was coming out.
I know you
for Senate.
For me.
Oyibribri. That is the logic behind that name. That man, I don't know if you appointing commissioners based on you gave me this when I was contesting.
But all the politicians do that. All the politicians do that.
You know what?
All the politicians do that.
Most of them.
Even me, I always abuse them. Commissioners of compensation. I can mention their names that I feel they don't have the tendency to do this.
They are not performing.
It's not only in Ogun State, even in Lagos State, even in Ondo State.
Calling your governors out? No,
it's not a crime. Sir, now you said it's not a crime, but what I'm asking you now is this: what do you think he can do differently? Because he has been able to yibribri into another.
No, not yet. It's not yet.
Okay, so you guys are still in court.
You are still in court.
Yeah.
Wait. You said you are not for the party, you are for the person.
Yes, no.
And now you are defending the party.
No.
You know.
If he happens to come back.
The Babelele day that I'm supporting, I was supporting, I'm still supporting.
Elele piggery.
He's going to
piggery farm.
You understand? That man, both of them are from same constituency, same local government, same town. On election day, ask Oyibribri what happened in his own polling unit.
He lost.
But I don't want to. Yes, now won. He lost. But I don't want to.
That displays his bad character. That shows him.
Everybody.
So election will tell you what you have been doing. Election is when you get your result.
Senatorial.
He lost it all. So that's a wake-up call for him to go and fix that.
But what I want to advise is they should please stop hunting anybody calling them out.
Politicians always do that.
It's not good. Okay, you said, okay, I want to open a cargo airport. You understand? You open a cargo airport, you brought in a private jet to a cargo airport. You understand? You came in, that cargo airport was, it was sponsored, I think, Otumba Daniel sponsored that, the cargo airport. When you were doing, you called for opening the cargo airport. He was just there looking. You cannot even introduce. This was the man behind this, behind that.
Yeah, he had so much in his head.
And Uncle Yemi was there. Uncle Yemi, he was there.
Your uncle.
From day one, for you to spend 8 years as vice president, and you don't have a legacy. You don't have what people will say. When our man was there as the vice president, he brought this, he brought that.
He pushed for this policy, he pushed for that. He ensured that this was done, he ensured that was
and
done.
In 2 weeks now, okay, I will personally get him invitation. Ankara. Okay, is coming back home. I'm not sure it's coming to Kenya.
I'm sorry to say that is common with the
politicians.
people.
Ogun State people, Ogun State politicians.
Ogun State politician. Look at our Baba, Songo Ota.
He couldn't fix it.
Couldn't fix it.
Ashesi Tamashesile.
As a president, all he could point to was his
Farm.
library.
Library.
That belongs to
No,
him.
but
Obasanjo brought technology now. All this network that we're doing today.
Sir, they've
So
always
he did
said that
something
thing.
national.
Communication.
They've always said that.
That is only.
He did a national. He gave us national.
Baba go slow. Baba Buhari.
He has fixed his country.
Daura is Dubai.
Dara is something else.
You know?
But
So look at our Lagos.
So I want to.
We did a lot. First, Baba Tinubu did. Fashola did.
I think it was Baba Jakon did.
This guy too did it.
Yes.
Ambode.
Yes.
It's only
Fix the bridge.
Jide that I have not seen any.
No, Jide finished every job that I know that Ambode
Ambode
started.
started.
He didn't finish.
That's
Sir,
continuity.
I want to ask you something, sir, outside the box. Now, for every country, there's always a national carrier. We used to have a national carrier in Nigeria. What happened to our national carrier? I learned it was something happened.
Nigerian Airways, you mean?
No, national carrier. We had Nitel.
Then
Then.
What happened to our national carrier? I had a lot of stories surrounding it, but I don't want to say if you have heard something about it because we used to have a fiber.
He's the oldest person here, so he should be able to
because
tell
we
us
used to have
something.
fibers that run round through.
All those
And Atlantic
landlines.
was sold to somebody.
If not that one, they don't sell all our inheritance.
Atlantic was sold
Now
to
only national
somebody.
anthem
And
women.
you know why I said it? Because we were talking about Ogun State, and at the time that happened, it was Obasanjo that was in power, and
during that time, okay, was it during Obasanjo's time?
Yes.
With due respect. In my own estimation and my own opinion, Obasanjo Baba, you still have a lot to answer for. You still have a lot to answer for. Were those things sold
Or converted.
Or converted.
or were they converted? If they were sold, at what price?
You guys have plans.
You know,
Were they sold or converted?
Were they sold or converted?
or what did we do with the money, the proceeds
can I say something?
from these sales?
Okay.
Out of my own little findings, I found out that the fibers that actually links homes,
Land
Netel,
phone.
yes,
All those
was
land-
sold to somebody.
Who is this
From
somebody?
Ogun State.
Globacom.
Mike Adenuga.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do I tell you how where the finding started? When there's rain, no glow network ever works because there are still fibers that go on the ground. Now, Airtel have masts everywhere.
I need to get Mike
MTN
Adenuga on
have
this show.
mats everywhere.
I'm going to bring Mike Adenuga. I'm
So when
taking
it
my
rains,
mic
I will
from
go and
Mike's
check. I will
house.
check.
Only Globacom that do not have any mast sitting in Nigeria. What do they run on? They run on that Nitel fiber.
Nitel fiber. I'm going to get my mic from Uncle Mike Adenuga. I'm
Let
coming
me-
to
I'll
ask
I'm
you
giving you
this
guys an
question.
excitement. Just do that.
Let me come in here. Let me come in. There's nothing bad in
Converting.
in
Sir, because me ahead. Because
wait now in selling
yeah,
at a good price.
yes.
If it's sold at a price that is lower, that
Sir.
is when it is called convert.
So you know why I was raising
Okay.
this up to you?
So
Because I overheard that
you know, because
the agreement was it was supposed to, when it's being acquired, it was going to be running as our national carrier. That's why I had that color green.
Green, white, green, glow. Okay.
And this thing was switched off from the initial plan.
And
to
you
it.
see, on top with Justadetoun, whatever doubt it is, we're going to take this to the roots and find out.
I will
So
make
Uncle Mike
findings
Adenuga,
so
like I said, sir, I'm
owes
speaking
us
from
an
LUP,
explanation
sir.
to as an LUP.
I want to give credit to the LUP movement.
Thank you very much.
You know, let me land. Not that they have succeeded in helping APC
To wake up.
to win and to wake up. Because if you add their votes with the PDP,
It will not still win, Abi.
APC will not win.
APC will not win.
PDP
And
would
they-
have won.
No, if you can pick it, Obi left, Kwankwaso left. Had it been all of them were
teamed
together,
up together.
There's a
it's
problem.
gonna
They
fly.
will-
But me, I would
performance-
never.
with the
Sorry,
performance-
sir. I would never, as PDP, still,
Please look into the camera sir, and say that again.
I will never, still follow anybody from that northern part of Nigeria.
Why?
You understand? After 8 years, you still want everybody to still go back to the north?
So do you think the problem is from the north? Is it not from the people the party
What
is
he's
putting
saying
down
is
for us?
after 8 years.
After 8 years, must we still
Is it fair?
serve somebody from that region again? No, it's not fair.
So-
they call something inclusion. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yes,
inclusion.
Inclusiveness. In
And
politics, you rotate this thing.
Since we are
You
a
rotate
diverse
it. Yeah,
society,
it's supposed to be regional, but now
fairness.
no.
Justice. So-
No.
If by God's grace Jagaban